Hello, this is Noreen Crone-Findlay from cronefindlay.com and tottytalkscrafts.com. Cronefindlay.com is my website where I have all my books and patterns and designs and the Cordelia cord makers and all kinds of good stuff. Tottytalkscrafts.com is my blog, and I do all kinds of fun things there. Now, this is Spool Knitting with Two Pegs Part 1. I'm going to do a couple of, or maybe more, tutorials about spool knitting with two pegs. Now, why would I want to work with just two pegs? Well, because it's very quick. B, you end up with a very dense and smooth cord that's no matter what size or thickness your yarn or roving or fabric strip is, you can work just a beautiful final cord with that by using just two pegs. Now, to start with, this is a Cordelia from that I made. I designed a whole series of them. They're really fun. And to work with two pegs, you hold your yarn on the front of the cord maker, go through the center, go around your right hand peg and through the center again. Come back and around your left hand peg, and then you pick up your lower loop, that first one, and it goes over the top. Then snug down with your thumb in the front, and then the yarn goes around from the back to the front. Lift the lower, always goes over the upper. The front thumb snugs down the yarn. Now, to adjust your stitch size or your tension, your thumbs are kind of working in opposition to one another. Your right thumb gently snugs the stitches up. Your left thumb strokes it down the front of the spool knitter. Yarn comes around again, and over you go. Snug up, snug, and down. And very quickly you'll find that you've got absolutely gorgeous, dense cord. It's a very close-knit cord. It's a square cord when you make it on two pegs. Works beautifully for jewelry making and for both home decor and embellishing all kinds of fashion items too, and purse handles, all kinds of things. Now, I've just used one strand of cotton, and that gives me a cord that's quite, it's a slender but strong cord. Now, if I wanted a thicker cord, I could use two strands of this cord, of this yarn held together, or I could use a thicker yarn like the, what's this one? This one is Nature's Choice Organic Cotton. And you can use just a single strand of that, or if you wanted even a bigger cord, use two strands of that held together. If you use two strands of very fine yarn, that makes a slightly thicker cord than if you use just a single strand. The benefit of working, now this one is Vanna's Choice Glamour, and so it works well for jewelry because it's got the glitter. The benefit of working with just two pegs is that you will get a cord that is a much denser cord when you're working with fine yarns, and that's really nice if you want it for jewelry. Now, for some things you'd want a very soft and more loopy cord, but when you want a fairly dense one in jewelry making, for instance, then definitely work with just two pegs. So here's two strands of yarn held together. So there you go. There's that two strands of fine. See, it's still finer than the single strand of what we call dishcloth cotton commonly. Now, what if you wanted to do that using your regular 4-peg spool knitter? Can you do that? Of course you can. You're going to ignore the pegs on the back of the spool knitter. You're just going to use the two front ones. Now, in the technique I'm going to show you right now, you're not going to send the cord down the center of the spool knitter. You're going to take your yarn, you're going to pinch it on the front of the spool knitter, and it's going to go around the right hand peg, through the center, and past the left hand peg. Then catch it in the back and catch that lower strand and lift it up over the upper strand. Take it around both of them. Notice I'm not going anywhere near the back two pegs. Now always you lift lower, over, upper, and over it goes. Now again, to adjust your stitch, snug up with your working hand, pull down slightly with your left hand, or vice versa if you are left-handed. You're going to find, I'm going very slowly because of course when I'm demonstrating I want you to be able to catch what I'm doing. So you're going to find though, you just will blaze along. It's really fast to work with just the two pegs, and it's a really nice peg, it's a really nice finished cord. I'm going to show you the difference in what a two peg cord in the Crafter cotton looks like compared to, it's not Crafter, it's Lion cotton. Okay, so here's the two peg cord, and here's one with 4 pegs. So you can see it's actually somewhat less than half the size of the 4 peg cord. 2 pegs, it's wonderful. So I'm going to be showing you more ways of working 2 peg spool knitted cord. There we go. So happy spool knitting, and you'll be amazed at all the things you can do with it. It's very neat. So that's part 1. Here we go, on to the next one.